Hello, everyone. Hello, we're going live. We're covering the news live. This is a very big day in Australian politics. There are anti-mass migration marches across all the major cities. There have been extremists trying to infiltrate these marches. There are massive left-wing counter demonstrations. People have brought North Korea flags to these demonstrations. There are like literal communists there. So this is a big day in Australian news, and I'm going to be covering it live. I've got reporters in every different city. Someone said, I wish you went, Drew, so you could report on it. I wish I could have reported on it in person. I couldn't get there in person today, but I am going to try cover across all the major cities. I've got people in different cities. We're going to be crossing to different live streams, etc., etc. It's all starting to kick off. It's actually a really big rally already. And I'm really worried that Melbourne might see violence. There are communists and all sorts of left-wing extremists who are promising to attack the rally. So I'm going to watch some of the Avi Yemini stream. I'm going to go watch some of the Joel Jamal stream. I'm going to be watching some of this stuff live. We'll be covering the news as it comes in. I've got people in different cities who are reporting different news to me. So I'm going to try follow as much as we can. And yeah, I actually wish I could have gone as an independent journalist. I couldn't go as an independent journalist today. Circumstances prohibited me from going in person, but I am going to try my best to cover this live for you all, because this is a big day in Australian politics. And listen, I think the vast majority of the people there are not extremists. I think the vast majority of the people there actually just want to see lower migration. That's a legitimate thing to call for. The polls show that 55% of Australians want to see lower migration. So that's 15 million people. And you can't say that 15 million people are all Nazis, extremists. If you say that, then you're literally going to turn people to the far right. Why couldn't you go, Drew? Because I just couldn't be there in person. Can't lose my job at this point. I'm working for a lawyer. Can't lose my job at this point. But I'm covering this as a journalist. I'm interested in this, and I'm just following this along. Yeah, very interesting stuff. So far, it seems peaceful. And very normal. So is it because the Nazis would bash you like they did Avi? Well, Avi Yemini, I believe, is reporting on it in Melbourne, and Avi Yemini has not been bashed by anybody. Everyone go to the YouTube. It's a lot easier to watch on YouTube. It's a lot better. But I would not have been bashed if I went to the March for Australia as an independent journalist. That is literally mentally ill. Alt Media Watch is a mentally ill communist who thinks that anybody who wants to lower migration is a Nazi, and he's a fucking psycho. He hates the country, so who cares what he thinks? I think that's a very important thing, guys. If you hate the country, you don't really get a say over the immigration policy of the country. If you hate the country, you can't tell people, oh, you don't have a country. You're not allowed to call for lower migration. A lot of these communists literally straight up hate the country. They had North Korea flags at this rally. So give me a second, guys. Give me a second to quickly share the link around it and all that. Yeah. Please, guys, comment your thoughts. I'm interested in crossing to people. If we've got people there, wow, there's a lot of violence kicking off in Brisbane. I've got the footage here. Grenades? Somebody's saying they have weapons. Apparently, they're holding up weapons in Brisbane, the far left agitators. Just insane stuff. Fucking insane. Apparently, we've got 15 watching on YouTube. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, leave a like. Help us reach more people. Very important. I'm just sharing the link around, helping more people see this. I'm trying to cover all the news as it comes in. I'm getting stuff sent to me. People apparently have weapons in Brisbane. I'm going to grab my laptop 1 second. Thank you guys for joining the live coverage of the Drew Pavlu show. We're going to be covering this live. Very interesting times here in Australia. I'm just going to get the link up and share it to more people. And I will try and share the footage that I get as it comes in. Apparently, they're holding weapons in Brisbane, which is really strange. Are these grenades? What are they? Hang on, I'm going to... Very strange. I'm being told that there are literal grenades being, like, people are waving around, I don't know, like fake grenades and guns at the March for Australia. It's really strange. I mean, far left agitators doing that, which is very strange. Very strange. Let me get up my Twitter feed and put it on the screen so people can see what I am seeing. Because this is really strange. I can't actually identify what these people are holding. But I'm being told that people are literally waving around some kind of like fake weapons and things like that, which is really creepy and weird. So can somebody help us identify what these people are holding? These far left extremists are holding something, waving around what appear to be fake weapons. And there's some really strange stuff. Wow, it's getting really strange here in Australia. I've got this footage that came through. Reporters in Brisbane sent this to me. This man was screaming and screaming, "You invaded this country." Very, very strange behavior. Apparently, they were agitating people to speak lines. So I'm trying to. It's interesting. A lot of people showed up, even with this scare by the media, to try and say that this is a full Nazi rally. I think, honestly, so many people going are just normal patriots. And that's what I'm seeing in the news coverage right now. I think that there is a lot of scope in Australia for a new political movement. I think people want change. People are really unhappy right now.
You are the one that had privilege from it. You are the grandfathers Aboriginal, bro. There was a lot of them that were troopers and shot us. You invaded this country.
Honestly, it looks like the vast majority of people there are just normal patriots, and they're going up against some really deranged communists.
You are the grandfathers Aboriginal, bro.
So what we saw today, this is literally like Antifa demonstrators came out with North Korea and East German communist flags. So that is absolutely unhinged. That is sickening. These people literally killed so many people. These people killed so many people, literally waving around the flags of communist tyrannical regimes. That is so unbelievably sick. Unfortunately, apparently the National Socialist Network have turned up in Melbourne. So I'm going to try go to the live footage and see what people are saying.
You're trying to make yourself hated.
Following along.
He's got some water for Dan if he wants it. We saw what happened at 11:30.
Oh my God, you got some water? We're gonna
As you can see, the vast majority of people there are just literally normal Australians.
It's kind of filled
Unfortunately,
up
there
here.
are some agitators who've tried to go,
There's thousands
but
here.
the vast majority are normal Australians.
Put it in your pocket.
And so far, it's been
not to
equal so
lose.
far.
It's beautiful sea of Australian flags.
Here we go. We're watching back the moment.
Going to cover as well the Chris Covery stream.
Oh, we're here.
There you go. Gentleman with the megaphone.
Can you
He's
guys
saying, no,
hear that?
no,
Is my audio okay?
I'm just an ordinary
I'm having trouble
Australian,
with my
not
audio
telling
on
people
my
to go.
headphones.
He was just walking through the crowd saying,
So Chris Covery is
go.
covering it in Sydney. I'm connecting to this live stream now. Just follow it. Now I want to know what exactly is this? What exactly is this? There appear to be, I don't know, people waving around fake weapons or something like that. Very strange. Far left agitators doing so. As we saw, some of the leftist agitators,
You stole the land.
some of the
You
leftist
tried to
agitators
genocide.
tried to
You
get
are the
into
one
the
that are privileged.
rally in Brisbane, screaming at the police, saying you invaded the country. I've been told by far left to go to some far left guy to go to Avi's stream at 47 minutes. I'm going to try to see that. I don't know what happened to Avi so far. Okay, I'm trying to go to Avi's stream, 47 minutes in. Oh, wow. Okay, so it does appear that Nazis actually attacked Avi, apparently. My God, that is actually extremely disturbing. Obviously, I fully condemn that. These guys are fuckwits. Let's see that. Let's see that.
When they first got here, there was a bit of an argy-bargy. We weren't here. We missed that part. Most of the crowd here seem to be standing for Australia. These guys seem to be wrapping their hateful ideology around the flag. You with those guys?
I'm one of all these guys. I've been following for a long time, Arnie.
No. Do you know who those guys are?
We're trying to see what happened with Avi here.
I've got a fair idea.
Yeah.
Great fan, mate. They're here with us. Good work, son.
Yeah, thank you. Oh.
So the Nazis come in at about. They're booing Avi. Thomas still jumps in. Again, I fucking hate them. They're fuckwits. Absolute fuckwits. Just thugs. They're just absolute thugs, seriously. Yeah, so it looks like they tried to actually fight Avi. That's fucked. That's fucked. Fucking mental. That's fucking mental. Again, these guys are fuckwits. Absolute fuck. Disgusting. Disgraceful. Wow. That's fucking mental. Absolutely disgraceful, guys. Absolutely disgraceful. Fucking hell. And they're all going to get charged with fucking assault for that, obviously.
So that is the group
They're just a bunch
that
of
most of the people here said they don't support. They forced their way in. They forced their way in, and they made it about them. But most of the group here are not racist, all right? Yeah.
Wow. That's fucking mental.
All right. Where's Brad?
That's extremely disgraceful, that behaviour.
So as you can see, guys, the NSN have taken over.
Good to see you too, mate. Army.
The Nazis, the National Socialist networks, the racists.
That's fucking disgraceful.
They don't like Army because he's a Jew, and they don't like because I'm brown, and that's what it's about. Not you guys. You saw what happened up there?
Oh, what happened?
They came to back us.
Thank you, brother.
Oh, well, man, I defend your rights, man.
Look, overwhelming. The majority of the people that we've met here since we've come here
Let's get the
have
guys
been
here.
good Australians that have welcomed us.
We're just going to get the guys here.
The fact that we're here. But yeah, as you can see, there's a group of people here who just don't like people like me because of the color of my skin.
Absolutely. It's obviously condemn that fully. That's fucking disgraceful. I hate the Nazis. They're just such fuckwits. Such a shame. I've just done a post. It appears that the National Social Network infiltrator tried to physically assault Avi Yemini and his cameraman at the March for Australia rally in Melbourne simply because he's Jewish. Absolute fuckwits. So obviously I'm against these guys. They're fucking disgraceful. Absolutely fucking disgraceful. Trying to cover a lot. I'm trying to follow as much as I can, guys. There's a lot of news coming in.
All right, guys, marching has started in Sydney. They're on the move.
Nazis attacked Avi Yemini. I'm asking my mum if she's there.
We might just go talk to them on our own. Victor!
Guys, it looks like the Melbourne streams are down.
That's a shame.
Guys, it looks as though the Melbourne stream is down. If you're in Queensland and you've got a good stream that's coming through, please send it through. Gazcam has not come back online, and I want to go back and I want to cover Brisbane because it's the third big one that's happening on the East Coast right now. Please do. A lot of people are enjoying the moment. God bless you. That's phenomenal. But we need to get it out there. That's why I'm in the studio. That's why we need these live streams on the ground. And so I'm doing my job. If there's people out there that can actually send me a link, I can get you up Brisbane up there as well. But it looks like Gazcam's gone down, unfortunately. But I'm going to now take you.
That's the only violence so far has been just directed at like Avi Yemini and a couple Jewish people.
The only people that should be wearing masks in 2025 are anyone close to those things. What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just some leftists attacking Avi Yemini or whatever.
I'm getting a few birds. Most proud Aussies are saying g'day. We have a couple of, it's generally they're wearing masks. So I think that's the telltale sign that they're Jew haters. Yeah. It's a new.
Hey,
how you going?
Harvey, let's get a shot of the cars.
Oh, yeah, get a shot of the car. And I might do an open here. Let me do an open. You do yours. Take it on you. Oh, you're going to hear my voice.
So, guys, you can see the massive police build-up here. A lot of the public order all blocked up here. You've got the driver buses that bring all the cops in. You would remember them from COVID times, so that's where they get all in from. But yeah,
I'm really fucking sad to see that they just attacked Avi for no reason. He's just literally standing there, and then they attacked him because he's Jewish. It's fucking idiot behavior. Fuckwits. Just total fuckwits. As I told you, the fuckwit Nazis are going to try to destroy everything. It's such a fucking shame. It's a fucking shame, man. They just are. Honestly, sometimes you have to ask, like, if these people act the exact way that feds act, then really are they any different from feds, right? Now, I'm trying to follow what's happening on Chris's live stream in Sydney. It does seem like there are tensions spilling over in different protests all around the country. I'm trying to cover what is happening on Chris's stream. Let's see what he's got. So tensions are spilling over quite a lot in Sydney and Melbourne. It's not organized well at all, unfortunately. Just not organized at all. Chris Covery says that it looks like hijacking.
It just got hijacked. He's not the organizer. That group visits went back, and it just got hijacked. And we are rolling, and you have black shirts in the front of it. It's got totally hijacked. Not the organizer, and is associated with back.
Wow.
And this is the photo you're going to see on paper tomorrow morning.
So the Nazis tried to take over. They're absolute fuckwits, really. They absolutely are. So that's going to be the footage tomorrow. That's going to be everywhere. Nazis got to the front of the rally and tried to take over it. Beck Freedom's an idiot. It's a real shame that these... It's really sad that just...
All right, guys. In Sydney, they are going to continue to march. They're going to continue to march down in Sydney. So we've got Melbourne streaming. We've got Arby and Rookshire on the ground. They're doing interviews right now. We've got in Sydney, they're slowly marching down the street right now.
So Beck Freedom, who is an idiot,
Sent me
she's obviously struggling to organise the rally at all.
He said, I'm not an organizer, I'm just an ordinary Australian. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
I mean, that's cool, but that can cause problems, yeah? Because then we have people running out everywhere. We need to keep everyone together to keep everyone safe.
First few hundred meters was led by black shirts there.
Ah, that's fucked.
I did not know that was going to happen. I'm pissed off about that. Everyone that was with me...
So it appears that infiltrators got to the front of the rally in Sydney. Yeah, and they're fucking just poisoning it all, unfortunately. Yeah, Sewell and Co are already causing havoc in Melbourne. Nope. Dog trying to chew wires. Yeah, there's a sort of march in Sydney. Seems very haphazard, very disorganized. That's following along the Chris Covery stream. Let's see what Abby is saying in Melbourne. Let's see the latest.
Old people, young people, different ethnicity. There's nothing to do with fucking Nazis, okay? I have nothing to do with neo-Nazis.
We knew the Nazis would do this. We knew that they'd try this. It's a real sad
They
thing.
will show in the mainstream media this. Not all this colorful and peaceful people who actually here.
Well, that's why we're live streaming the whole event so people can see what it is for real, because we know that the mainstream media will focus on that small group, but they won't show that the rest of the crowd is booing them. The rest of the crowd doesn't like them.
It's so obvious. I did enjoy COVID rallies. It's the same thing. You know, they just pick and choose what fits into their narrative.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Great, Jake. Keep up the great work, mate.
Oh, thanks. People are getting the message.
You're a legend.
How you going, boys? You all right?
Nah, I'm
What's
good, bro.
happening?
Thank you.
Good to meet you. Good to meet you. Where are you boys from?
Thanks, brother.
Southeast.
Southeast.
Hey, bro, how you doing, man?
What brings you here? Why is it important for you guys to be here?
Just here to celebrate being Australia, you know. Shouldn't be ashamed of it.
I'm sick of the divide, I think. I want people to be united, right? I had grandfathers fighting the war, all that. I want people to be united. There's too much divide. You know what I mean?
That's it.
What does it mean to you to be Australian?
Everything. I love this country. Where's Kyle? Where's Kyle?
Kyle, where are you, man?
Kyle, come on, mate.
Come here.
Kyle always.
This is one of my best mates, Kyle, yeah?
Kyle.
How you going?
He's just throwing you under the bus.
Oh, really?
How you going?
That's great.
What brings you?
I'm just having a little look around. Just yeah.
I love everyone here, right? Every single person here I love, right? I'm sick of the divide. I want Australians to be Australians together.
Why's Kyle gone? Why's Kyle gone? It's not
He wants to go smoke.
Oh.
But hey, I think it's great to meet you.
Thanks, guys.
I've been following you for ages, right? Keep up the good work.
Good on you guys. Good on you.
Thanks, Avi. Keep up the good
Thank
work.
you. What brings you here?
Oh, just uniting. We need to be united. We need to stand up. We need to just stand up. And no, I mean, they're actually stopping us from moving here. So that's causing, anxiety. It shouldn't be happening. We're all
Sorry, dog's chewing, so I've got to stop it.
Bring in Aussies. Yeah, why can't we walk freely?
Well, I think because there's a weekly protest that has been allowed to march
For far too long.
for the whole city each week.
Absolutely. Take that shit overseas. Go to Tullamarine Airport, get on a friggin' plane, piss off over there, and Hamas will eat you alive. So go away. Well said. That's all I have to say.
That's a fair statement. Really, those people protesting really want to make a difference. We're here today protesting for our country. If they really wanted to help, the government gave 20 million or something. Get some planes, put them over there, let them help.
It is kind of infuriating, I can see from many in the crowd, that they're allowed to march each week, but then when Australians come together, you guys are crucified in the media, you're crucified by the politicians, and then they tell you can't march.
That's right. And you take one look around here to show that Australians are not racist, so we're so multicultural, and we are all standing together today. So that is great to see, and everyone should be applauded for that.
All right, guys. There we go. I'm going to keep walking.
Sorry, the dog was chewing something. That was an emergency.
Just stopping us from moving.
What's happening?
Who's coming?
What's happened?
Oh, the Palestinian march is coming.
That's right, man.
So I get a bit of that footage. So what are we seeing there? We're seeing the counter-protest, the pro-Palestinian, the anti-Australian protest that's up there, which is bizarre because I think that those self-described Nazis should just join their side. They almost rally for the same thing.
Pretty much, like all the chants they were saying against you.
As I've said, I believe 99% of people at the rally are just normal people trying to want to lower migration. Unfortunately, the rallies are pretty disorganized, and that means that there's like about 100 Nazis in the entire country, and they just run to the front of the rallies, get these photos, and then the media says, "Oh, look how big these guys are."
How does it feel standing here with thousands that are
Fuck, it's a very fucked
essentially
thing. It's very
opposed to a
sad.
small group, or the small groups who tried to shut you guys
The
down?
Nazis literally assaulted Avi Mini, which is
I would
fucking
like to see
retarded.
us be able to walk to Parliament, right up to the actual Parliament House, and say what we believe. That's it. They're blocking our opportunity. That's all I've got to say.
What do you love about this country?
Everything. The people, what we are, what we made it, what it should be. Yeah.
The neo-Nazis want to deport Rukshan. Do you support that?
Look, I don't know enough about it, to be honest with you, mate.
Rukshan, him.
No.
You don't think we should deport Rukshan?
Honestly, you have to consider if these guys act the exact way that feds would act,
Oh, we're all the wrong
are
colour?
they simply feds? That's a good question, isn't it?
So, I mean, no, mate.
God.
No, look,
What's your
We've got
answer to
63 people
those
watching
who are
live stream on
trying?
YouTube, a couple dozen on Twitter as well. Guys, if you're watching along,
Yeah,
leave a
so
like,
what would your
share the
answer
stream,
be
helps us
to
reach more
the
people.
media tonight that are going to on the 6 o'clock news, going to paint this as a racist march, like they've been doing in the lead up to this?
Well, mate, it's not a racist march at all. We're just here. We're sick of our government.
My mum
They
was
don't
at the
spend
Brisbane
their
one
money
and
well.
she said
They
she's
don't
going
do
home because it's
nothing
getting
well.
psycho.
Anything the government does, they bolts up. 100%. Everything blows out. Cost of everything blows out, mate. Everything. You know, and it's not the water that's the issue. It's the flood. Bring them in a trickle so the country can catch up. Infrastructure can catch up. You know, everything can catch up. But if you flood us, We're all going to end up in poverty. Simple, you know.
So there were literal North Korea flags. There were North Korea flags at the rally, guys. I will show you that. Literal North Korean flags at the rally. People brought the Soviet Union flag. People brought the North Korean flag. This is obviously extremely unhinged. Sick behavior. Fucking sick behavior, obviously. That's why how can I think that the so-called anti-fascist protesters are these noble moral people when they've literally got fucking North Korea flags? Sick. Very sick, isn't it? Guys, if you've got any news, please send it through to me. I'm trying to cover this as best as I can. Canberra looks exceptionally peaceful. Guys, literally look at this. Soviet Union and North Korea fucking flags. What is it that the leftists love to say? They love to go, oh, if you're marching next to a Nazi flag, then you're a Nazi. Okay, if you're marching next to a fucking North Korean flag, you're a fucking communist, okay? Isn't that true?
Thanks, man. Yeah. Change it now. Let him change battery. I don't know. I don't want it to go. Let him change battery.
Don't you have to ask if the far left agitators, if the far right agitators like neo-Nazis, if they are acting indistinguishably from the way that federal agents want to disrupt and destroy the rally and operate, are they simply the same as feds? Isn't it true? Literally interesting, isn't it?
Don't give me any ideas. Are we good?
Yeah.
Thanks, Sophie.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. You're a legend, man.
Hold on, there's something happening. Have you got? Sorry, guys. Come. Let's watch what's happening here. Just follow them. We'll follow the back. Follow the back of them.
Sunshine, beaches, and
See what
let's
they're
be
doing.
honest, the better cup of tea.
We good? Where's Carl? We got everyone? Hey mate. Let them give them room. Yeah, go behind them. How you doing? What's happened? Something's going on here, so let's.
I think they're just trying to secure the defense boundaries.
Let's go to this part. Go. Ambulance chase him, go right behind him so we got the How you doing?
So it's come to my attention that Fatima Payman has put out exceptionally disrespectful video. I'm going to get that up. Hang on, I'll post it on Twitter and then I'll put it on my stream. Yeah, extremely disrespectful. I'll share On my stream, we've got Fatima Payman. She's put out a video that's extremely sick. Someone says, I don't care what anyone says. Fatima Payman is hot. Look, good on you, mate. Good on. That's fucked. All right. I've got the Fatima Payman video that I'll put up now.
English.
Yeah.
English migrants.
Please let me know if you can hear it.
I know today must be tough. You moved all the way here for the sunshine, the beaches.
Just taking the piss out of Australians with
honest,
British heritage,
a better
basically.
cup of
Really
tea.
disrespectful.
But don't let a few angry anti-immigration rallies scare you off. We've got nearly 1 million English-born Aussies here. You're not going anywhere. I mean, who else is going to explain cricket to the rest of us? Look, people have the right to protest, even if what they're really protesting is how hard it is to get a decent Yorkshire pudding in Perth. But seriously, you're welcome here, always. This country is stronger and richer because of immigrants like you. Don't give the haters the satisfaction of getting under your skin. So, to my English-born Aussies, keep calm, carry on, and remember, you've got the support of all our wonderfully diverse communities behind you. Cheers.
I can't believe there were North Korea flags at the rally in Brisbane. That's so mental. So Fatima Payman, who is an immigrant to Australia herself, is basically just pretending that she is the real Australian and everybody else is an immigrant. Really funny, isn't it, Fatima Payman? Very disrespectful, obviously. Here's that Sydney is still peaceful, which is good. That's pretty huge. Wow. Drum like the new hairstyle. Thank you, mate. Sounds good. So to the 65 people watching live on YouTube, thank you. Please leave a like, guys. It would really be helpful. Please share the stream around. Help me reach more people. If you've got any news, please send me. More stuff. It'd be good if you can. I've got people in different cities sending me stuff. I'm trying to keep track of all this news. It's very hard to do this as one person. I don't have a news presenting team. Got any updates on Townsville? I don't have any people in Townsville. If anybody has any information about Townsville, please let me know. So I'm gonna watch. So Sydney appears to be very successful.
So guys, I can slip through.
Sydney looks fine. Sydney looks great. City looks great. There's no Nazis in that footage that I see. Beautiful stuff. Right, looks beautiful. Look at the beautiful Australian flags. I love it. Look how many beautiful Australian flags there are. Love to see it. I love to see that.
Sweaty work. Sweaty work.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
Tell us why have you come, mate? You're live.
Just come down to enjoy the parade and everything at the march and see what's happening with what's going on.
Are you a Nazi?
No, God no. Are you a Nazi?
Everyone here's a Nazi because this is a Nazi march. You're all Nazi. But genuinely, undoubtedly, there are people here who are Nazis.
Yeah.
What do you say about what do you do? What do you say about that?
I don't know about them being Nazis at all.
Assuming they are, does that give you pause, or do you just like you're all united, or is it you got one cause?
I think there's plenty of causes behind this march. Obviously, just everyone's just come out, enjoy the day. They've got something to say, and obviously, everyone just wants a bit of clarity.
Thank you, sir. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Discoveries. I'll see you later.
No, thank you.
Geez, last time I was here, I was seeing COVID protesters get thrown into the ground. We're a long way from COVID. A long way from COVID. 2 million net immigrants since.
You're going the wrong way! Luke, direct everyone this way!
This way! This way! This way over here!
Follow the road! Just to the right!
Got footage from Melbourne, guys, and I'll share that now. Got footage from Melbourne. This is beautiful. I love seeing this many Australian flags on the streets of Sydney. The overwhelming majority of peaceful, normal people. Very beautiful. I've got some footage from Melbourne that I'm about to share with everybody. Just loading up. Somebody said, isn't Drew pro-Israel? I believe that Israel has a right to exist as a country. If that makes me a horrible person, then so be it. Hang on, I'm having trouble posting this footage, unfortunately. Guys, if you've got any news in the different cities, please send them to me. I'll share it around. I love the fat communist with the North Korea flag. It's just so unhinged. Beautiful.
I mean, guys. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Chinese made flags.
That's
the
awesome.
only problem here. But I mean, look. No, actually, we don't know. There could be some Australian-made flags here. Look at this. We got. That's beautiful.
That's phenomenal. All right, guys, I've got to take you back to Sydney. It's been a while. So many things going on. It's impossible to cover everything at once. I appreciate your patience with me. I really do. Adelaide is on the move, and we've got more footage coming out from Sydney. I want to bring you to. Sydney is still on the move. I do believe they've just arrived at Victoria Park, a special place in my heart. And check this out. They are just arriving. I might even go back a little bit so you can see what we've missed out on. Huge numbers of Aussies. Huge numbers of Aussies in Sydney. You love to see it. You love to see it.
You got a message?
More love and peace. Trust yourself. Wake up. Be kind to each other. And don't put up with anything that's not right. Are you from the media?
No. And this is Sterling for Australia.
Yeah. What is it?
Really condemning.
Have you got a card in there? You're getting a card from me?
You
So
can see,
where can I look
vast
for
majority
you?
of the people here are just quite normal, patriotic Australians, quite normal in all different ways.
Yes, media. Yeah, tell the truth.
I'm going to show you more of the crowd here, guys, in Sydney. They're marching down the street from Belmore. They're almost at basically Victoria Park. So they're marching along. Now they've just arrived here at Victoria Park. I'm not sure if they have a stage set up. I'd assume that they have. It'd be good to see their speeches. I've instructed Rami to make sure we get the speeches in Sydney, so don't worry, we will see them.
I have Lebanese descent from a half a mind because you're from Farnham.
Here's another fucking psycho one. Have a look at this. So, according to this guy, unless you're First Nations, you're a descendant of immigrants, no gatekeeping on stolen land. So you can't have a country, can't have an immigration policy unless you're Indigenous. That's fucking mental. Sorry, this is fucking insane. You can't actually, that's not fucking normal. So yeah, that's just fucking mental, of course. Another leftist telling us that we can't have a country because you're not Indigenous. Literally blood and soil from the left. Having trouble with my phone, sadly. Someone said, who knew the elite, educated, white upper middle class knew how to organize rally better than the Bogans? That's a comment I'm not necessarily endorsing. Look, unfortunately, it does seem that some of the rallies today were a little bit unorganized. It needs to be organized so that you can keep the extremists away. In my view, that's my view. Got to keep extremists away. Otherwise, it's very damaging. Unfortunately, the newspapers tomorrow will show all the Nazis at the front of the rally because they ran to the front of the rally to get attention, and they're going to use that, and they're going to try to demonize everybody. It's a very sad thing. trying to keep track of all the news, guys. If you could help me, I'd appreciate it. If you've got anything that you think I should bring up on the stream. Drew, a couple of years ago, you were arguing multiculturalism is Australians. Drew, a couple of years ago, you were arguing that multiculturalism is Australia's strength. Have you changed your opinion, or is your whole goal just to counter the radical left? Unfortunately, multiculturalism is not working in Australia anymore. It is just full-blown sectarianism. I think full-blown sectarianism is bad. I don't mind. I like a little bit of diversity. I like people from different races, obviously, being able to live together. I don't like people taking extremist elements of their culture and trying to use it to destroy Australian culture. And I think people need to assimilate. They need to assimilate into the pre-existing culture of Australia, which is primarily a Western culture. And I'm against the extremists who want to try to destroy that character to the country. Unfortunately, there's a very strong emphasis on the left. They really want to try to destroy the Western character of Australia as a country. And I think the fact that Australia is a Western country is an important thing. It's part of my country's identity and heritage, and I don't want it to be destroyed and wiped out. Translation: Alt Media Watch thinks that I became a right-wing grifter. No, I literally make no money from this. I'm doing this because this is what I believe. I don't like fucking Hamas supporters waving their flags at Australian streets, okay? I just don't like it. Please share to me the most unhinged far left comments that you see. Literal communist flags at the counter protest really shows you who they are. I love this idea. March for Australia. You do not have the right to protest against immigration for a country that is not yours. So they just don't want us to have a country. And unfortunately, that's what they believe in. They believe that we can't have a country. And that's why there is a movement against them, because people won't accept being told that they have no country. That's fucked up. That's mentally ill. And again, fully condemn the psychotic extremist agitators. This happened, by the way. My mum texted me. She said one of the anti-fascist protesters targeted her at the rally, said, "You look wog. Your dad must have fucked a black guy. You're not even Australian. Why don't you fuck off back home?" Literally said that to my mum because she's Greek Cypriot. So it's fucking mentally. Guys, there are reports that police literally marched the National Socialist Network under escort to the front of the rally for cameras. I've just retweeted this, guys. This is actually fucked up. There are eyewitness reports stating that the Victorian police escorted a column of neo-Nazis with marching drum to the front of the protest in Melbourne, right for the waiting cameras, controlled opposition. I genuinely think they controlled opposition. Think about it. If these guys act the exact way that feds who wanted to destroy anti-mass migration rallies would act, maybe they are just feds. Seriously. Crystal, I watched the police actually escort a column of NSN with marching drum to the front of the bloody protest, right for the waiting cameras. I've never given the control opposition argument seriously until now. Seriously, guys, these guys are fucking controlled ops. Do you think liberalism struggles to provide effective resistance to fascism? I think blank slate liberalism does. The people who believe that there's no such thing as nations, the people that believe that there's no such thing as, ethnicities and ethnic groups and cultures. And that is unfortunately a large part of the left today. They literally think that everybody can just be dissolved into a grey goo. And sorry, that's not how human beings operate. That's literally not how human beings operate. Someone says, NSN attacked Abiy Ahmed and his crew. Yes, I'm aware of that. I covered that. It's very sad. It's fucking despicable behavior. Great post by Alex. In the name of socialism, the following countries killed this many of their own people. China, 40 to 45 million. USSR, 15 to 20 million. Cambodia, 1.7 million. North Korea, 1 to 2 million. Ethiopia, 500 to 1 million. Eastern Europe and others, 1 to 2 million. 70, 80 million in total. Wow, they just love human beings, don't they? Sickening. I hate the infiltrators. I hate the extremists who try to take over the rallies. They're fucking psychotic. Obviously, I hate these people. So I made a little bit of a fuck up. I posted this photo. I didn't realize that there was a Nazi guy in the photo because I couldn't fucking zoom in. I didn't see it. I deleted it straight away. The original image was blurry. Deleted it right away. The few Nazi infiltrators are scum and I hate them. Overwhelming majority are peaceful. Seriously. Somebody said, did Drew lose some weight recently? Thank you, mate. That's very nice of you. Thank you, mate. Looking thin, my man. Thank you, guys. Robert Barwick has joined us. Hey, Robbie, you fucking hate Australia. So you're a mentally ill communist and you hate Australia. Con says, given what's happened in country Victoria this week, I'm becoming quite concerned about the growing radicalization and violence caused by the far right. I agree. And listen, I think the best way to stop the radicalization of the far right is to acknowledge that 15 million Australians, 55% of the population, according to recent polling, want to lower migration. And if we can give these people a voice, with moderate people like me who don't like Nazis, then we can stop people from being radicalized. That's actually a very smart thing, I think.
And with enclaves of certain demographics that are incompatible with Australian culture and ways. We see them create huge families and then use our welfare system to their advantage. It's becoming increasingly obvious that many of them have no intention of assimilation. In fact, it seems like they want to dig in and expand. It is almost every day now we see stories in the news and on social media about immigrant violence on the streets and on people's private properties. Melbourne is being hit worse than the other states. However, the rest of us will not be far behind. We can also see this trend happening in other Western countries such as the UK, Canada, USA, and most of Europe. The United Nations have a report on something called replacement migration. It is basically the idea of demographically replacing the founding stock of a host nation under the guise of economic stimulus due to declining birth rates. There is a clear global agenda to shame, beat down and replace people with Anglo-Celtic and European heritage. They want to turn our homeland into a multicultural economic zone that is completely conflicting with what the founders of this nation or what our ancestors had in mind for what they wanted to inherit to us. National identity is a very important concept. If the founding stock of Australia becomes demographically replaced, will it still remain Australian? Whether you like it or not, Australia is a British nation. The people who found it, settled it, and built it have Anglo-Celtic European blood, and they built it for the Anglo-Celtic European people to inherit. People ask, what is Australian culture? Or define Australian culture in one word. Or Aussie culture is just drinking beer and beating your wife, which is anti-white racism, by the way.
Well, I agree that is anti-white racism.
We hear this rhetoric a lot from the far left who want to erase our culture and heritage by vandalising statues, among other things. Australian culture definitely cannot be defined in a single word, and it's something that every Australian naturally feels within them. Australian culture is a unique concept, and it's a way of life that boils down to the way we talk, our language and dialogue, the way we look, the way we dress, our work ethic, our building style, our behaviour, our food, our music, our arts. Much of our culture flows downstream directly from our British European heritage, but the unique Australian culture can only be found here. It's not something that can be worn or acted, it's just the way we are. Iconic snapshots of Australian culture that I can think of off the top of my head are the Gold Rush, the Eureka Stockade, the Victorian era architecture, any Australian band that you may enjoy, sheep farming, sheep shearing, wood chopping, hunting, camping, fishing, boating, surfing, cricket, footy, mullets, cattle farming, cattle dogs, kangaroos, our accent, our slang and our sense of humour. All of this is part of Australian culture, and the list would go on and on and on.
When you say British Australian,
we, the people of Australia, are the Australian culture. It is within us. The reason why so many people from all over the world want to come here is because we have built such a wonderful country on the back of our unique and innovative culture. If we had no culture, they wouldn't want to come here. There is no magic soil that makes this country great, it's the people in it. So if we keep bringing in foreigners, it will no longer be Australian and our culture will be eroded. We are told that the people coming into our country are minorities. However, many bodies of research would suggest that white Europeans are actually less than 10% of the world's population. Every other race of people have their own ethnic homeland, but the only ones who have to share their homelands with the rest of the world are European countries who only make up less than 10% of the world's population, maybe 12%. The idea that we have to help the minorities is a complete farce. Australians have enough problems of our own to deal with before we think about importing more foreign problems. We have homeless people everywhere, a housing crisis, suicide rates through the roof. Australia does not need any more immigration. Enough is enough. Today we stand together as Australian patriots and we say it's okay to fight for your culture and heritage. It's okay to protect our children's future. It's okay to criticise the government's invasive immigration policies. It's okay to want to be around people who look like you and talk like you. It's okay to stand up for your people and fly your flag. It's okay to want your kids to grow up in a society where they're not minorities in their classrooms. It's okay to not want to compete against foreigners just to get into the rental market or the workforce. We must fight this fight, not just for ourselves, but for our kids, our grandkids, and our grandkids' grandkids. Just like our ancestors did
Drew,
for
can you
us
do a
when
live
they built the
cross with CJ
greatest
at the
country
counter
in the
protest?
world in
Oh,
less
I'll
than
ask him.
200 years. Australia is absolutely worth fighting for, and it is worth protecting our people, our heritage, and our unique culture. Before I start introducing and bringing up the other speakers, I just want to thank everyone for coming. I want to thank Beck Freedom. She's an absolute legend who has been put through hell for this event. I want to thank March for Australia website owners Hugo Ospill and his friend for the promotion and logistics. I want to thank all the people on social media who backed us up and supported this event. And I want to thank all the other state organisers who have put their necks on the line for this event and have been publicly scrutinised by the media. They are all great patriots. Thank you. All right. Next speaker we have is Dave right now. He's an Aussie conservative podcaster. He's quite popular on social media. So welcome him up, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a hand. Here he is. Thanks, David.
A huge crowd. Well done, everyone. Start with that. No, I think I should start by acknowledging Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. All right. No, I want to start by acknowledging the First Fleet. The First Fleet. We stand here today on the shoulders of giants who did unimaginable things. I don't know if you realise the First Fleet carried 1,500 people who changed the world forever by starting Australia. 11 ships voyaged for over 8 months, and they didn't have the luxuries of the Ruby Princess that we saw here in Sydney. The world's smaller now, and that 8-month journey takes barely a day by air. And so the late 20th century saw people wanted to get a part of Australia. They wanted to move around and get a better life. And for a long time, Australia maintained that policy focused on cultural cohesion. They wanted integration. And that meant we limited it mostly to Europe because there was less disruption there. People came here and it was easier for them to integrate and become part of Australia. And that's why we can see now, second, third, fourth gen people, they're Aussies. They came here and they wanted to join Team Australia. But this changed in the 70s under Fraser and Whitlam, both sides of politics. Canberra, we come back to Canberra. Do you know why Australia moved to multiculturalism? The United Nations. The United Nations pressed it.
Just attacking the United Nations is
People say that was progress, but it was the start of division, pushed by politicians in Canberra who want to look good overseas instead of looking after Australians at home. In the decade that followed, we got lots of new food, for sure, everyone says that, but we got policies that chipped away at our culture and left Aussies with a gutful. By pushing for divisive multiculturalism, Canberra robbed Aussies of our culture, and they robbed the migrants that wanted to join Team Australia of that culture to embrace. I'm always amazed at how many comments on my content. Oh, it's all stolen land. You've got no right to complain about mass immigration. All of the constant welcome to country, the 3 flags and the other symbolic gestures by our so-called national leadership, they've just undermined our sense of national pride for Aussies and for the immigrants coming here that want to be part of Team Australia. Canberra's driving real divisions that drive this country apart when the biggest division we used to have was whether you drove a Ford or a Holden.
Actually, Robert, I'm a 4th-generation Australian.
Decades of bad government policy of strictness about culture, identity and pride,
Robert, you're a
new
fucker.
discrimination laws and creeping limits on freedom leave everyone on edge, worried about offending, worried about losing your job. Many of you probably hesitated before you came out here today, worried about what it might mean for you. People say you can't speak up, you'll be cancelled, you'll be called names, but if we don't, we lose everything. Canberra politicians and a weak mainstream media have created this climate of fear. How can we have our joking Aussie larrikin culture if everyone's too busy standing on eggshells and they're afraid, constantly afraid? Now, it's a Sunday and it's worth remembering that Australia was founded as a Christian nation. The first line of our Constitution says, humbly relying on the blessing of Almighty God. Jesus welcomes all people, but he calls them to leave behind their old lives to follow him. In Christ, unity comes from shared faith and values, not from mixing every culture with no regard for the truth. That tells us something about our national life. A healthy society needs shared values, common purpose, and loyalty to one another. When governments in Canberra push endless multiculturalism with no focus on cohesion, they undermine the very unity that makes freedom possible. We even heard our state premier say we can't have free speech because multiculturalism. People say faith has no place in politics, but I say values shape the nations, and Christian values like truth, respect for others, and ordered freedom are what Australia was built upon. Beyond culture, the cost of living is crushing Australians. Canberra's making it worse. They want to import the population of 2 Parramatters every year while ignoring all the basics. House prices skyrocket, supply can't keep up, roads clogged, hospital problems, and our energy bills are going up because of the net zero fantasy that can't supply industry and jobs. They say this is about growth in modern Australia, but it's political cowardice. They're gaslighting us. They're always telling us about how amazing they're doing and how great everything is. They're saying, don't believe your lying eyes. Stay silent. You here today are not staying silent. Well done. So I want to leave you with a call to action because the media tries to smear us as extremists and fascists for raising these legitimate concerns. But we know the truth, and the way to fight back is by not going quiet. It's by talking with your mates at the pub, with families around the dinner table, with your kids. They need to know what Australia is and what Australia means. These are the conversations you're told you're not supposed to have, so we have to have them everywhere. If you go home today and change nothing, then nothing changes. I started my podcast because I was tired of being quiet. Aren't you tired of being quiet? Infinity immigration has to stop. If we don't secure our oxygen mask first, Australia won't be the lucky country anymore. We'll be a third world cautionary tale even Orwell couldn't have imagined. But I believe in this country. I believe in Aussie culture, mateship, fair go, law and order, having a laugh. If we stand up, if we speak out, if we don't go silent, then Australia will stay the home we love. Our founders crammed into those tiny ships to gift us this country. Now our leaders are trying to cram as many people as possible in the cities where they don't fit. They say we can't talk about this, but I say we must. They say it's racist, but we say it's common sense. And that's why we're here, to hold the Canberra politicians accountable. Aussie, Aussie,
Oh, the Nazis are coming in straight for the white man. There you go. They're trying to take over. This is the Sydney footage.
All right. Hey guys, I've heard complaints that people down the back are struggling to hear. So I've heard a tactic apparently they used to use in Melbourne. If someone gets up one of the live streams and they put the phone up to their megaphone, and that will sort of amplify the sound. So maybe try it. I don't know if it'll work. Our next speaker, someone he's here for the right reasons today. And guys, just go easy on him, because I know a few of you weren't too happy with him last earlier in the month, but he's here for the right reasons today, and he's an Aussie patriot, the Honourable John Ruddick, MLC, representing the Libertarian Party. Thank you very much. So my name is John Ruddick from the Libertarian Party, and I believe in a 5-year immigration pause. Now, I know there might be. I go.
The Nazis are trying to take over right now. We're watching it now.
Hang on. Well, look. I know that there'll be some people out there that want a 100-year pause, but let's start with a 5-year pause. And the upside with the 5-year pause is we've been a very generous country. Now, what we need to have a debate for 5 years about what's best going forward. You might want to continue the pause. Well, we can think, but we need to have a breather. Inflation's going up, rents are going up, property's going up. So we need to have it start with a 5-year pause, see how that goes. Then we need to. Okay. Now, then the other thing we need to do 2 other things. We need to abolish the Department of Multiculturalism. Okay. The New South Wales government, just the New South Wales government, is spending $78 million a year and giving out all this free money. Look, if you come to this country, you're admitting that we're better. So fit in if you're going to be here. And the other thing, the third point, we need to first a 5-year plan, abolish multiculturalism. The third thing we need to do, we need to cut the size of the government in half. It's big government. Big government is pushing excessive migration on us. So look, I know it's a hot day under the sun. If you want to learn more about libertarianism, we're going to be down at the Broadway bar later on. I'd like to thank Beck Freedom and Josh. They've put up with a lot of crap. And the last thing I'd like to say is, where's the Liberal Party? The Liberal Party, Robert Menzies would have been here. And the Liberal Party has been campaigning against this and the mainstream media, lying about it. But all you people saw through the lies. Let's do it again. Let's keep doing it until we get a 5-year pause.
Try and take over the rally.
All right, guys.
There's about 30 of the Nazis. There's Bill Davis. I just saw
Stephen
Bill Davis.
McInerney here. He's our next speaker. Here he is. He's an academic writer who lives and works in Sydney. From 2017 to 2021, he was an academic director and deputy CEO of the Ramsay Centre for Western Civilization. Give it up for Stephen McInerney.
Stephen McInerney, thank you. I'll look that up.
Today, we march for Australia and for Australians. Today, we march for our people who have a shared ancestry, a shared heritage, a shared culture, and a shared destiny on this continent. A continent that our ancestors claimed, settled, civilized, federated, built a nation upon, and shed their blood in defense of for us. Our forefathers at Federation were crystal clear about why they were federating this nation and for whom they were federating it. It was for those of us who are here today and those we represent, Anglo-European Australians. They were clear that it was their will and ardent desire that this nation would always remain ours. And they established immigration policies to that end. They federated this country with the express purpose of protecting it, of protecting us from the very fate that now threatens to overwhelm it and to overwhelm us and our way of life. Mass immigration of non-Europeans at an unprecedented scale, at an unprecedented rate. Our wartime Prime Ministers, Billy Hughes and John Curtin, were clear what our soldiers were fighting for in the world wars. Our men were not fighting for some abstract set of values. They were not fighting for some chimera called multicultural Australia, or what Tony Burke self-servingly calls modern Australia. No, they were fighting for a people bound together by the crimson thread of blood. A distinct people, a unique people, an irreplaceable people, derived from the British Isles and Europe and forged on this continent through ethnogenesis into a new ethnic group, Australians. For English, Scotch and Irish bred, we're all Australians now, Banjo Patterson wrote. They were fighting in defence of our people's claim to this continent and the nation our people built here. Today, we stand in the tradition of all our Prime Ministers from Barton to Menzies, and we carry on the legacy of the great leaders of this state, Henry Parkes and Jack Lang, who were equally clear that New South Wales was not for sale to the highest bidder, but was set aside for sons and daughters of Britannia, the nation-forming people of this land and other Europeans who assimilated into our number. Today we march for Australia, for our way of life and our claim on this continent. We do so with no ill will towards citizens of this nation who don't share our ancestry. But
the Nazis are retarded.
With a clear understanding that we are not going to relinquish our majority status and that the nation the whole world seems to want to join will not remain the great nation it is, if in fact we allow the whole world to join it. That would doom our people to minority status, which, if we do nothing at the current rate and scale and composition of immigration, will occur within the lifetime of most of us here today. Many of us here have friends, neighbours, colleagues, or families whose ancestry is not Anglo-Celtic or European, or is only partially so. We have given them a fair go, extended the hand of friendship to them, and had the hand of friendship extended in return. And to the extent that these, our friends, colleagues, and neighbours, respect and support our claim on this nation as the people whose ancestors built it, and our determination to continue to set the direction of our nation and to remain not only a majority, but to swell again to supermajority status, then I wish them well. But everyone must understand, and our politicians in particular must understand, that our ability to live harmoniously with small numbers of people who don't share our ancestry and culture does not mean we will ever accept the unacceptable and radical transformation of our suburbs and cities, our towns and our regions, let alone the nation itself, into something other than places that we recognise as ours, stamped by our character, populated by our people. We will no longer allow politicians to pursue reckless levels of immigration that make us strangers in our own country.
We don't want to be strangers in our own country. I fully agree with that. Not strangers in our country.
Today, Today, we draw upon the gifts our ancestors from the British Isles bequeathed us. The conquering strength of the English, the keenness of mind and brilliance of the Scots, the mirth and rebelliousness of the Irish, and the poetic spirit and passion of the Welsh. And we draw on our larger European identity. The whole history of the West, from Greco-Roman antiquity to the pagan Germanic tribes converted by the blood of Jesus Christ, and the Angles, the Saxons and the Celts. We carry that legacy forward here today. We are the Australians. The test of democracy, G.K. Chesterton said, is not whether the people vote, but whether the people rule. From this day forward, the will of the Australian people, which is opposed to mass immigration, must rule. Thank you.
Actually, I'm a Greek twiddle, so I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm Greek.
Thank you, Stephen. That was a great speech. Next up, we have the one and only Beck Freedom, national organiser. Welcome, welcome. Give her a round of applause. She's been through hell. She's been through hell to put this on. So come on, give her a fucking cheer. Thank you, Stephen. Next up,
all right, first I want to thank every single one of you for showing up. To think, the crazy leftist said we'd get 100 Australians and that's it. I reckon we got at least 15K here today. that. Originally, I was going to speak about culture and all this stuff, but I have never experienced as much racism as what I have experienced whilst planning this event. All whilst those people showing me that racism, apparently it was because I was being racist to them. Make that make sense. It is not racist to stand up for your country. It is not racist to defend our culture, our values, and our way of life.
The guys screaming with their voice breaking sounds
You should be here. There is no reason not to be.
Not freedom's a psycho.
Our country is beautiful, but it is going downhill extremely quickly. At the last census in 2021, we had almost 200,000 people homeless. Out of those people, almost 20,000 were migrants. So we can't even house them even if we wanted to. We need to put Australians first. I did have more to say, but I'm already losing my voice. So all I'm going to say is thank you for coming. We've got a couple more designated speakers. Here's them out. Give them a chance to say what they've got to say. But just know that I love every single one of you Aussies here. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! 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 Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Beck. That was awesome. Yeah, she's done so much work to get this thing off the ground, and she's just copped it from all angles. So good on you, Beck. Next speaker, we have a soldier turned lawyer, a digger in the 6th Battalion Royal Australian Regiment, now founder and principal lawyer of Paladin Lawyers, who was involved in a number of suits against lockdowns and mandates during COVID. Welcome, Matthew Hopkins, everyone. Next speaker, we have
True Blue Australians have mobilised. True Blue Australians across our nation, in each of our cities, our towns, have mobilised in defence of our nation, in defence of our heritage, in defence of our culture, in defence of our Commonwealth. Anthony Albanese. And his cohort of mediocre career politicians are the very definition of weak men creating hard times. And we have True Blue Australians have mobilised. And we have a decision to make. Do we return to the prosperity of nationalism? Or do we offer no resistance to the slide into our dispossession, our
my people,
enslavement?
And we should never feel ashamed or afraid. And it gives me goosebumps.
The Jewish guy,
It's so meaningful to wear my yarmulke and my Australian flag at the same time. And it was just overwhelming to see the support that I got from all the people over here. And it's just, it brought me to tears at some stage. That is, and constantly I was stopped to get hugs and handshake, and it's just beautiful, and it's just this, you know, people was asking me. I was interviewed as well like 3 times, and they were asking me.
So tell us, because a lot of people are saying that. I want to hear that, because the media is going to portray the whole rally as that.
It's not that. We came here as one Australian. What's called, that is not what we stand for.
When you saw them,
we're not organised like these fuckwits.
When you saw them come on stage, some people tell us they got booed. Was it mass booing or?
Yeah, angry. There was booing. Look, people are angry, so there was some support, but everyone's confused and angry. That was bullshit, mate.
Sewell spoke.
He does not stand for
That's
us.
sick.
We turned our backs on him. We walked away.
God bless you. Good on you. And I got to say, that's the real Aussie spirit. Is like, even though you're part of on the left, when they join a mob, they just join in whatever hatred, whatever terrorist ideology they're supporting. They don't care. They're radicals. They'll all join and get behind.
Thomas Sowell took the stage, for fuck's sake.
For Australia, and when those who wrap their Nazi ideology in the same flag that, by the way, beat them 80 years ago, our diggers died. They fought, bled, and died to fight that ideology, and now they came here and true blue Aussies have said that they turned around and walked away. And that's what the media won't tell you. So it's important for you guys at home to share that. Share it. I can't say it enough.
So fucking sad what the Nazis have done.
Like 5%
Most of us listening to him that didn't agree are leaving.
Trying to get
and
footage
now
of
we're
this.
going to get to the brunt of this, which is a shame, because we should all be
It's
united.
fucking sad, man.
We should all be turning around together that are not supporting the white supremacists and leaving. That's what we should be doing together and walking home safely.
We couldn't even hear what was happening. So there's a massive congregation there that doesn't even know what's being said. You're standing with it. So we started leaving because like, oh, there's a few things going on. You can kind of tell by what he looks like. And we were just like, it doesn't seem right, but there's lots of people standing there who don't even know what they're standing there for.
They can't hear you. And the media's going to run that bit.
Hey, bro. How you been? Good to see you, man. Long time. Brings back memories.
Oh, he's trying to take over and say it's his rally. Fuck it.
You got pictures thrown on it. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, we got your picture thrown on it. Look, I was right there. You've seen me. You've seen me.
Just 1 second. Let me get this then.
And then they made this. That's right.
1 second, guys. 1 second. Give me a.
He's pretending that he's giving instructions. What an absolute fuckwit.
But also don't want to bring some extra agenda in. Yes, thank you. Right around.
Just such an idiot. He was under full police protection, and he jumped on the stage and he started going, "Oh, guys, this is our rally, this is our rally."
A Nazi symbol
and then
on any of the
use
promotion,
that.
nobody would have come.
Exactly right.
And it's going to be
Exactly
it's going to be on the news, obviously.
I would have really liked if people hadn't just stood there still when the National Socialists walked off. If that had have happened, that would have sent a message to them fucking grubs that no Aussie stands with them pricks. We're here to fight for Australia for a genuine cause, but that fucking bullshit, it's disgusting. Supremacy of any sort's disgusting. I don't care if it's white, black, or yellow.
The ones that call themselves Nazis. Did I say that?
Anyways,
I think most of them just like terrorists. It's a different. So let's talk about it. So you think I'm whinging about Nazis? Is that what you think?
No, you don't put words in my mouth.
You just put words in my mouth.
I'm trying to have compassion for you.
You sound compassionate.
You're Jewish, right?
I am.
Not a Jewish background.
That never starts well when somebody starts a conversation with that. I'm a Jew, so F the Jews. Is that where you're going to go with this? Like, do you want to tell us
So
why?
no conversation can be positive. Starting with, I have Jewish background.
It generally is.
Is that what you think?
It generally is.
If that's what you think.
So tell us.
Yeah, it's a waste of time.
It's funny. It's funny. He's the victim of the conversation there, where he pointed at me and said, "Oh, you're their Nazis. So how dare you call the Nazis Nazis?" And then, "Oh, do you also call them Palestinian Nazis?" No, I don't. I call them mostly jihadi supporters, at least, at minimum. None of them will condemn Hamas. They want
far-right people like Rukshed and Avi Yemeni. The actual far-right hate these guys. What are you guys talking about?
Building.
That's right.
Make it make sense.
Palestine.
Can we ask you a quick question? We do our own YouTube. We're trying to cover like the whole program.
I've got to run, but
It'll be quick. Right, if hypothetically, say they said let 10,000 more Indians come tomorrow, but you get to spend 20 minutes with Pauline Hanson, are you taking that deal?
If it's anything to do with Rukshan, I want no part of it. Oh, here we go. This is the end of the march. Okay, so let's talk to people. How you going, guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Which one? How you going?
How you going?
Good, you?
How was it?
Yeah, you're on live.
Ah, you're on live too.
Thank you, mate.
How you going, lads?
Hey, man, I just want to say one thing. Digital ID. Worst thing.
What's going on, lads? How was it? How was it?
Did you get a good response? Are you all right?
There's a lot of mix here, but I think majority was proud Australians coming out. Are you guys happy with how it ended up, with the amount of Australians that came out today?
Yes.
Love it.
Why did you come? Why was it important?
Because I'm sick of the government making choices on our hands, and taxing us for everything. It's bloody disgusting, mate. I'm sick of them. Hate them. Socialists. Can't stand.
Thank you, guys.
We want our country back. We want our country back.
Come, get a picture. Let's go. And then you got to tell us why you're here. You're live. You have to tell us. Take a photo.
I love this guy.
You get it?
What are you guys doing here? What are you here?
Sorry. I'm definitely not racist. But I'm here because we need to stop the mass immigration. I'm not even against immigration. We need it. It's good for the economy, but it needs to be controlled. We've got a housing crisis and a cost of living crisis, and we need to fix those problems first before we let thousands of people in every day that can't assimilate.
Yeah. Our system can't handle it. We've got hospitals flooded. We've got homelessness increasing. We've got everything, man. We're just fighting for Aussie values. We just want the people to come first.
Let's go back to you, maybe.
You know, they're caring about everyone else, but not caring about the Australians. That's the biggest issue.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Next speaker is One Nation former candidate in the Hunter region, Stuart Bonds. Hello, Sydney. Hello, Sydney. We've had 1.8 million the population of the Northern Territory for years. Whole Canberra. This is not a plan for success for this country. This is a plan for failure. It is managed decline. Nothing makes me prouder than looking around and seeing some of you here that are obviously from different countries flying our flag. Thank you so much for coming, supporting the patriotic cause of this nation. That are obviously from different countries flying our flag. Thank you so much for coming, supporting the patriotic. This is a patriotic cause.
Good on you, Stuart Bond. He's saying that people from different countries who love Australia can be there.
Marches. You remember back to Canberra, that large march was one march of three, and everyone got bigger and bigger and bigger until they let us out of our houses. We were locked down. That is the power of these governments. We have had this problem inflicted on us by politicians
and it needs to be solved by politicians. We cannot deal with this. Look, mate, you can jump up on the open mic later on, all right? I'm up here, you can jump up later. All right? We can't deal with this. Look, mate, you can jump up on the open mic later on, all right? I'm up here, you can jump up later. One Nation has been fighting this fight for the last 30 years. It's part of the foundation of our party. You need to join us. You need to, everybody here, you showed up on polling booths on the days. You're going to help us get more people in power, and we can stop this. All right, we can push back. This is beautiful to see you all here. I want to thank you all for coming, Sydney. You're a bunch of legends. You're a bunch of patriots. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Thank you, Stuart. That was good. Next one up and last designated speaker we have is former mayor and councillor for Cumberland, Libertarian Steve Christou. Give him a round of applause, everyone. And councillor for Cumberland, Libertarian. Thank you. Hello, Sydney, and hello, Aussie Patriots. Give him a round of applause. Glad to see you all out here sending a clear message to the federal government and Anthony Albanese and his weak government and Minister Tony Burke that Australians are no longer going to take their crap. For far too long, we have all been treated like second-class citizens in our own country. For far too long, they've allowed division and hate and the burning of our flag and our values on our streets. And now tens of thousands of people have showed up to say no more. And hate and the burning of our flag and our values on our streets. Just like everybody here, I'm disgusted at what our government is doing to this country. Our great country is being flushed down the toilet.
So
what our government is doing to this country. Our great country is being flushed down the toilet by nothing more than these traitors, because that's what they are.
In the audience,
traitors, pandering to a minority of people.
Feral fucking idiots, honestly, just feral fucking idiots. Drew, in the end, do you think this really helped your cause? No, I don't, because unfortunately the psychotic neo-Nazis jumped over it. What do you mean, Steve, when you say it's not your country? What do you mean by that? Someone said, I'm shocked there's not much more pro-white Australian policy talk. Look, in Sydney, there was a lot of people saying stuff like that. Unfortunately. I don't think full-blown ethno-nationalism is the right way. I think it's wrong. I'm trying to find the Sewell speech. I can't find it, but I've just been told that he did speak. And I think that's a disgrace. He's a fuckwit. He's a psychotic person.
That are privileged from it.
Because my great grandfather was Aboriginal.
What else are people saying? Let's see. Ozpil apparently spoke. Let's see. Apparently he was standing with the Nazis. I think that's really, really wrong. Someone said, what were you working on while the videos were playing? I was just following the news along on Twitter. I was trying to find stuff to actually put onto the screen for you guys.
Rebel from the...
Let's see, what are people saying? The Nazis in Canberra, I believe. It looks disgusting. The Nazis trying to hijack the protest in Canberra.
Come on, let's fight Australia! Come on, let's fight Australia!
Guys, I am sorry if you can't work out what's going on. I'm trying to get someone on the ground to actually talk to me about what's happening. It seems as though South Australia Police have unplugged the mic. We don't know why. And it appears as though there's obviously a lot of tension between a lot of the people in the crowd and the police, and I don't know what's going on there. But I've got like a little grain of salt because a lot of the guys is cheering the hardest are the NSN guys. Maybe the South Australian Police unplugged it because Mark didn't want the NSN guys to speak. I don't know. I have no idea. The problem is I would like to leave this stream, but no one is streaming on YouTube. If it was on YouTube, I could go back and listen to it with you guys. But unfortunately, it's not on YouTube.
Joel, I'm on YouTube.
And so the Instagram Live, you can't go back and review it. And I will come back to Sydney. I will come back to Melbourne. And I will come back to Brisbane. But I can't leave Adelaide right now because this is the only one that's live, and I can't go back again. Sorry, I've said it like 5 times. You check it out.
Stop trolling. Stop trolling.
So there's 5 Nazi guys in Adelaide, and they're screaming, "Let us speak! Let us speak! Let us speak!" Let me explain what's happening here, guys. There's 5 Nazis in Adelaide, and they're just screaming, "Let us speak! Let us speak! Let us speak!" And they're right next to the stage, and they're swearing at people and screaming, "White Australia!"
You guys put stuff on TV and lie. Good people.
Oh, guys. Oh, guys, come on, this is trolling.
The ones in Adelaide are actually trying to stop the Nazis from taking over.
Hey,
You
guys.
guys hear me?
Oh, guys, come on, this is capitulated. Nice to speak with you.
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? So what happened in Adelaide? There's 5 or 6 Nazis right next to the stage out of 2,000 people, and they're screaming, "Let us speak! Let us speak! Let us speak!" and screaming, "White Australia!" So it's full-blown infiltration. It's very obvious what they're fucking doing. Fucking sad. Very fucking sad. It's fucked up, man. So fucked up. Let me show you guys. So basically, I was watching the live footage in Adelaide. There's 6 Nazis at the rally out of 2,000 people. They go straight up to the stage, start chanting, "Let us speak, let us speak, let us speak," screaming "White Australia" right next to the television cameras. Infiltrators. They're just actually infiltrators. They're such scum.
By portraying that Israel is because Zionism only depends by portraying that Israel is a normal state, an ordinary state. But our work is to strip. Really, this is please stop trolling and like actually piss off for a second. Yeah, it's annoying. It's not a game. It's annoying because I wanted to hear some more speeches.
Guys, we've got 6,000 people who've watched in total on Twitter. Thank you so much. If you're watching, go to my YouTube, leave a like. It's very much appreciated. Thank you.
I wanted to hear some more speeches.
Drew, I'm an anarchist, and I got to say, the left at these counter demonstrations are fucking embarrassing. Hamas says we're supporting free. Shake my hand. Yeah, it's fucking sad, man.
But look, at the end of the day, people get to speak their mind. If they want to do it like this, and that's the way they're going to do it, it's not very meta.
The Nazis fully tried to take over the Adelaide rally. The Adelaide rally, they actually stopped them. In the other cities, they didn't manage to stop them, and they got onto the stage, which is a disaster, obviously. Is my audio a bit better now, guys? I did like your post over the end. I thought I liked it. I thought it was a funny post. Someone actually had an Oddfield sign in Melbourne.
That has since, of course, removed, it's been updated to remove the remigration demand as one of the main thing they're asking for. People we spoke to here today.
Hello. Yeah, good to see you.
Hated by all the right people.
I'm back, yeah.
Oh, I think it's disgusting that Ozpil's friends with the NSN. The NSN are disgusting, guys. They're fucked up. They're fucking psycho people. The North Korea flags are mental. All in all, very crazy day for our country. North Korea flags, East German flags, mental.
March comes to an end here. What's happening? We'll probably be some of the chat. I feel like I've been.
How many people we got? We got 50 people live on YouTube, a couple hundred on Twitter. Yeah, the East German flag is just such a fucking idiot thing. Guys, do you reckon we can give this guy a visa? Just a young man. We want him in the country. He can help us grow the economy. I think he can help grow GDP. It's just such a shame that the fucking idiot Nazis have to try, take over, and ruin everything. I hate them so much. Yep, give this bloke a Medicare card on the spot. Well said. ABC says riot squad has been deployed in Melbourne. Okay, where can I see that? Does anybody have that footage? Well said by Isari here. Liberal multiculturalism was one of Australia's greatest policy failures. Society's been atomized. Cities have formed disconnected ethnic clusters and it fostered domestic radicalization. Maybe you can't see its failures now, but it will sting soon. Yeah, that's literally, unfortunately, the reality. Does anyone actually have a link to Sewell's speech? I can't find it. Yeah, the neo-Nazis actually got escorted by the Victorian police because the Victorian police wanted them at the front of the rally so they could discourage people from going to the rally and smear it all. The fuck, the Nazis are such fuckwits. I can't find anything on Sewell. If anyone, yes, let's see. Let's see. Oh, it's so shit that Sewell. Okay. Okay, let's see.
We call it Australia. Everything you see was built by us. Who fought for this country in the 2 World Wars and then after? Australians. Our sovereignty will not be challenged, saying it's Aboriginal land. This is Australia and it belongs to the Australians. Thank you. Our last final speaker today is Thomas Sewell.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Disaster. That's so bad. That's so fucking bad.
Sometimes in life, you have to fight. Sometimes in life, there is a struggle. Now, you might not like the guy's favorite color or his particular opinions of history.
Oh my
But
god.
when you're in a fight with people that hate this country, sometimes you have to learn to make friends. I am aware of the fact that we are a controversial and antagonistic group to the government. I'm aware of the fact that the media and the academics and the system and the banks, I'm aware that they hate us. I'm aware that the average Australian watching on television doesn't understand what we're doing all the time. I'm aware of that. And I've copped a lot of hate for it, and so have my men. But today, we had to prove a point. Today, our men stood at the front of the march, and when the Palestinians and the communists came charging at the Aussie flags, it was our men that fought back. Australia is in a fight for its survival. It might not be bullets and guns and bombs. It may be hearts and minds and information. And everything that we do is for Australia. It's for our nation. Asking you to agree with me on everything. What I'm asking you to respect is that we need to put fighters at the front. I get asked all the time, what does it mean to be Australian? People ask me about pieces of paper. And I say to them that Australia is not a passport. It's not a piece of paper. It is a folk. It is a people. It is born. It is bred. And it belongs to us. And it belongs to us. Australia is beset on all sides by ginormous empires of the third world. We don't have to hate these people or set them up as our enemies. But there are 1.4 billion Chinamen and 1.4 billion Indians, and there are billions of other people in this world, and they all have a nation. They all have a home. And if we allow ourselves to be
I fucking hate Thomas Hill. I don't want him to be there.
in this land, if we do not maintain our demographics, if we do not stop immigration, then our death is certain. We are here today to set aside our minute differences on historical events or versions of ideology. We are here as Australians, proud and true and thoroughbred.
Thoroughbred, for fuck's sake.
In this struggle for life, our nation must secure its existence. And the first and most reasonable step to secure not the politicians' Australia, not this new Australia that they're trying to build, but our Australia, the Australia we were bred in and raised in. If we want to secure our Australia, not their Australia, if we want to secure our Australia and not part of this Australia, then we have to stop immigration and become a nation once again. If we wish to survive as a nation, we must organize. I'm not asking anyone here to join my organization. The fighters will go to the front, and I saw that today. But for everyone else that's here, you need to organize. You came down here as individuals. You came down here with your close friends. We need to come down together as communities, as churches, as footy teams, as workplaces, and as
Fucking disaster. I'm telling you guys, I already said that this was going to happen. The infiltrators would take over. It'll set the thing back fucking 15, 20 years. It'll set back any attempt to lower migration in this country for 20 fucking years. It's such a fucking disaster. It really is. Such a fucking disaster. These people will just destroy it. Everything's going to be smeared in the mainstream media today, of course, because of what the fucking Nazi infiltrators did. And the whole thing will be smeared, and then the liberals will go against it, and all the right-wingers in this country will say, no, 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 it's bad, of course, because no one wants to be on the same side as the Nazis. And then there are 15 million Australians who have no outlet. They have no way to speak because the only people who will talk about this issue are fucking Nazis. That's the problem. The Nazis want to scare away all the moderates from talking about this issue. It's a fucking disaster. Fucking sad. I just typed something out. The Nazis are accelerationists. They took over the rallies as infiltrators so that they could scare away all moderates from the issue of law immigration, which polls show 15 million Australians agree with. They want people to identify them as the only ones speaking about immigration. And the public... hang on, I've got to say... I meant the media, not the public. Hang on a second. They hijacked it, and then the only people who will speak about migration, therefore, will be seen as the Nazis. That's the plan. That's what they want to do. It's a fucking disaster. So fucking sad for our country. Why is there an Iraqi flag?
Stole my dog tags, and another one behind him hit me with a metal.
So fucking sad. Oh, Joel Davis in Sydney, for fuck's sake. Fucking hell. Joel Davis in Sydney. What's happened here? Nazis got arrested? What's happening here? No, I'm trying to read the chat as well. I'm trying to balance a lot of information at once, okay, my friends? It looks like Nazis got arrested potentially. Oh, the fucking Nazis.
Especially this guy. Yes.
Fuck's sake. Oh yeah, they're the Nazis. Okay.
People say in the comment section, there's no white people left.
Avi and Jack hate me. Excellent. Excellent.
So they're telling the news that they're racist.
Thank you.
Calling the journalist a race traitor. Oh, they had the fucking Nazis on.
Try great again.
Problem. They have betrayed you. They are actively replacing us in our own land.
Swing it around. Someone makes this
They are not acting in our interest or the interest of our children. This system is rotten and broken.
Joel Davis in fucking Sydney.
We have to learn from the.
During the event said, I'm sure there was plenty that they agreed with the black shirts, but the minority of what the black shirts are saying, they just went nuts. And chants went up from some Nazis fuck off and others, because they just the talking points just went in a very different direction to others, the majority of which they would have supported and agreed with. Okay, so this is kind of dispersed here, and then we feel like, yeah, okay. Is that a good beer? That is a good beer.
Libertarian thing after?
I didn't know there was a libertarian thing after. Okay. Well, that changed quickly. That changed quickly. The journo pack. The upload. Just send it. Make it for the 5 o'clock news. See if there's anyone back at the center, but I think that's pretty much it. What a day. What a day. What a day. We begun in Belmore Park, for those just tuning in. Hello. We begun in Belmore Park. Sea of flags. Beck trying to get a handle on the situation.
Someone says, I think moderate patriots should have their own reality to count extreme
Go
nationalists.
forward about 30 minutes in. Oh, I'm just an average Australian. Let's go. Wow.
Do you think the NSN should be banned, Drew? Yes, I do. I think the NSN should be banned. And here's the strategy: ban the NSN. Don't ban the fucking psychotic communist groups. The communist groups will scare the middle class, and then we will win.
The organizers.
The neo-Nazis have to be banned because they poison everybody, and they poison everything on our side.
Very nice work. Jump straight at the front of that. Wow. And then for the first few hundred meters, the march was led not by Beck, but by some black shirts. Then we had some speeches by John Ruddock and others.
So fucking sad, man. So fucking sad. So fucking sad. I want to see if I can try get the Joel Davis speech. Let's try see it.
Political issue about voters going to be complicit. Build
Jeez,
this
2 minutes.
nation
Hang on.
for us.
Okay, 2 minutes 18. I'm gonna bring it up.
James, the United Nations President.
Yeah, sure. What do you people, they have bitch.
Okay. Let's watch it.
For their kids, for their offspring. Jose, how many are coming in? Assimilation was a lie. We were told it, and it never worked. These ethnics have formed on.
This guy's a neo-Nazi. He's a scum.
Go there in our own land. We know that the government is the problem. They have betrayed you. I was going to get to that. They are actively replacing us in our own land. We see the effects.
Someone screamed, "We need a solution."
They are not acting in our interest or the interest of our children. This system is rotten and broken. This land was built by white Australians. We have to learn from the mismanagement of the freedom movement, and we need to organize. Our ancestors built this nation for us. You don't have to join our organization, but we must come back more organized, more disciplined. Assimilation was a lie. We have the solutions. We want to send them back. No debate, no discussion. We want to send them back to their land. This is our land. We know that the government is the problem. They have betrayed you. They are actively replacing us. And most importantly,
I agree with 51, but we need a moderate rally.
They are not acting in our interest. We must organize to save Australia. Thank you for coming. This system is rotten and broken. We have to learn from the mismanagement of the freedom movement, and we need to organize. You don't have to join our organization, but we must come back more organized, more disciplined. We have the solutions. We want to send them back. No debate, no discussion. We want to send them back to their land. This is our land.
The mainstream media reporting on this is going to be so poisonous. It's because these guys are poisonous.
We must organize to save Australia. Thank you for coming. Blood and honor.
Fucking disgrace. It is actually a fucking disgrace.
Hello, patriots.
The neo-Nazis are scum. Full scum.
The way I see it, we came here for one simple reason. To send a message. A message that we will not give up Australia without a fight. This country was built by our ancestors. It was bled for by our ancestors. On the beaches of Gallipoli, in the bushes of Dakota. They bled for a white Australia. And we will fight for a white
Disgusting. These guys are disgusting.
The globalist elite
And the traitor politicians who serve them, they want to steal this country from us. That's what mass immigration is about. It's about flooding our country with foreigners that be complicit in the theft of our national wealth and sovereignty.
So people did walk out in Sydney. They did walk out in Sydney, and then the Nazis tried to purge them.
When you walk up, walk in group.
What's going on?
Neo-Nazis.
Tell us what's going on.
It's actually so fucking sad, guys. So fucking sad.
Tell us what happened.
I don't know for the media.
If they act the exact same as feds, maybe they're just feds. Seriously, don't you think? If these guys just act the exact same way that federal agents wanting to destroy the movement would act, then maybe they're just feds. Simple as that. These people are mentally ill, and it's a massive disgrace, and they are simply destroying any call to lower migration, and it's a full disaster. And I fully condemn the neo-Nazis. They're scum, and they took over the entire rally. It's a disgusting disgrace, and it's fully evil. It's fully evil. Just an absolute disgrace. I'm actually so fucking sad that that happened. I knew it was going to happen. I warned about it. It's a disaster. And the police literally escorted them to the front of the rally. And it's basically an attempt to try and destroy this rally for 99% of the public. And anyone with a brain can see this. It's a disaster. It's a full fucking disaster. Brisbane seems fine, but Melbourne, Sydney, and Adelaide, they fucking took over it. It's extremely obvious. The organizers, such as they were, they deceived everybody. They took them on. It's very obvious. They're evil. Beck Freedom is evil. Everybody involved in the organization of this is a fucking disgrace. And they've set back any attempt to lower migration in this country. They've set it back 20 years. And it's just a disaster for the country. It's a fucking disaster. Oh, God, guys. It's actually so fucking bad for the country. You can't even begin to discuss how bad this is. It really is so, so bad for the country. And you have to understand, 99% of people will watch this on the news and they will literally hate this and they will condemn it. And now no one wants to be even a million miles within the same general vicinity. It's a fucking disgrace. What do you have against open borders, Drew? Shouldn't people be allowed to move across the planet freely? No, they shouldn't be. Sorry. We all have different countries. All right, guys. I'm going to end the stream here. Thanks for tuning in today. I told people what was going to happen. It's really disastrous. It's really sad. I told people what was going to happen. What I said would happen happened. The Nazis took over as they threatened to do. It's over. There's nothing you can do about that. It's going to set back the cause of wanting to lower migration in this country for fucking 15 years, probably. And it's a full-blown fucking disaster. What a disaster, seriously. We knew that they were going to do this. They went out there and they poisoned the well. The media will condemn them. Everybody in the country will think that they're disgusting. No one's going to want to even talk about lowering migration now because they're going to identify it as a Nazi issue. It's a disaster. All right. I'm off, guys. Thanks for tuning in. As I said, it was a disaster.